Welcome to 12 Days of Crocheted Ornaments. Today we're going to be making this wee little Christmas pudding ornament. For tools, you're going to be needing like a white or a cream yarn, a red, a brown, and a green. You're also going to need a 3.5mm hook, some polyfill, and a needle to close things up, sew them on, and of course some scissors. We are going to start with our largest piece, which is the dome of our cake. So we're going to do a magic circle, and we're going to put 6 single crochet into it. Row 2 is going to be a row of all increases, so that's 2 single crochet into every single stitch. Row 3 is going to be 1 single crochet and then an increase, and repeat that all the way around. And then row 4 is going to be 2 single crochet and then an increase, and repeat that all around. Next, you're going to work rows 5 through 10 a single crochet to build up the walls of your cake dome. So there we have our cake dome, and then you're going to follow that up by making this small circle here, and this is going to fit in the bottom of your cake. Next, we're going to make our icing top. You are going to follow the exact same pattern that you used to make the dome, but you're going to stop at row 6, and that's where we're going to put our fun little squiggly edge on it. And now we want to get this kind of drippy icing edge going. So for row 7, what you're going to do, and this can be done in any way you want, is an assortment of half double, single, double crochet, like increases, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So we'll start with a single crochet, and then we'll do 2 half double crochet, and then another single, and another single, and then 2 half double, and then we'll do 2 double crochet, and then a half double. And you can kind of see the uneven edge that we're getting, but I'm kind of having them flow, so I'm working doubles into half doubles into singles and back up again, kind of like a roller coaster. And you're going to continue that all the way around. And now we have our little icing dome that fits on our cake dome, and the next thing to do is work on our holly berry and holly leaves. So let's start with our holly berry because it's going to take you all of 2 seconds. You're going to start with a magic circle, and you're going to put 4 single crochet into it, and then you're going to close that magic circle up and weave in one of the ends and leave the other one out for sewing it to your project. And there it is. Now let's move on to our holly leaves. We are going to take our green yarn and we are going to chain 6, and then we're going to do a single crochet, and we're going to do a picot stitch. That is chain 1, 2, slip stitch back into your beginning. Come on, yarn. There's your little picot, and then we're going to do a single crochet, and then a single crochet and another picot. So from that single crochet, we're going to chain 2, and once again, slip stitch into the beginning here. And then we're going to do a single crochet and a single crochet and another picot. So 1, 2, slip stitch into the beginning of this stitch. And then rather than turning the piece and working back over this side, we're going to work this almost in the round. So we're going to go right over our knot, and we are going to do a single crochet, and then a single crochet and a picot. 1, 2, slip stitch, and then another single crochet, second to last chain, we're going to do a single crochet and a picot. So single crochet, chain 1, 2, slip stitch, and then into our very last chain, we're going to do a single crochet, and then we're going to just slip stitch into the last piece here. So that's your first tiny holly leaf. Now I'll make a second one. So now for your 2 holly leaves, you're gonna weave in the end that's closest to your front point. And now you're gonna layer your holly leaves into like a little sprig, one on top of the other, and you're gonna use the top one's tail to sew it to the bottom one. And I said sew, but really you're just kind of tacking them together because you still want them to clearly be 2 separate leaves. And now you're gonna securely tack your holly leaves right onto your icing. And now you're gonna take your holly berry and put it right there and sew it on as well. And now it's time to start pulling everything together. So you're gonna weave these ends in so it's nice and neat under here. And then you're gonna sew your icing right onto the top of your cake, right around these edges here. And now stuff your little cake with whatever scraps or polyfill you have on hand. And then you're gonna sew it closed, and you're gonna really sew it inside of the cake because you want it to sit flat and not have like a bump on the bottom. So that I like to sew through the side of the chains of the outside rather than like the top of them so that it sits inside the way that it was fitted to. And there it is, all finished. Super cute, easy one. You can make this one in next to your cup of coffee. The only thing missing was something cute and shimmery to hang it from.